Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Decades Challenge HBCU Edition. This is a very special edition, and I've been looking forward to recording this for a few weeks now. It is Sunday, so I did want to have a church episode, and so I built this little church. So this is the little country church that I built here in the woods, kind of back country. And you can see it has an outdoor meeting space. It has some eating areas, some play areas for the kids, and some skills building areas. And also, there's that bush, I think you know. The skills building areas in the back will allow Sims to work on, I think this one's flower arranging. Is that right? Yeah, that's flower arranging and woodworking, and it'll allow them to do that. So it's not only a church, but it also is a little bit of a community space. So, sorry, lost control there. So the Johnson family is here at church with the McLaurins family. And I'm going to pull the walls down on the church so you can see the inside of it. I wanted it to look like an old country church, so I love this siding on here because I think it just looks a little worn out. So you can see some of the pews are benches, some of them are just wooden slabs, and the altar is a little fancier. So that is what we've got for our little country church, and I plan to play with this church quite a bit because I like the social aspect of it. I like that the congregants can come together and socialize in a community space. But I'm not going to have my Sims go every Sunday. I set it up as a holiday, so they will go about once per cycle, once every 2 weeks. So that's where we are. And this is the McLaurins family here. They're getting to know the McLaurins. The McLaurins are also farmers, so they should have a lot in common. And it is also Skills Day, so they oh no, we're not giving this baby avocado. How about if we just play with her? There we go. Yeah, so the McLaurins are sharecroppers as well. So she can become best. Oh, that's Ruby May. Sorry, I thought that was a neighbor. Where's the neighbor? Where is the neighbor lady? Okay, let's talk to, I think her name is Anna McLaurin. Yeah, Anna McLaurin. There we go. And her husband's name is Jonah, I think. Jonah, and then their kids are Joanne, Lawrence, and May. There we go. And yeah. Okay, so obviously they can't have church services, but I'm going to see if I can get everybody to sit and chat in here because I think it will be great to see them inside of the chapel. So let's see if I can get this done. Good. All right, the people are sitting a little backwards. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So good. I wanted them to be inside of the chapel to socialize, and it's working. And somebody's celebrating something, but that's okay. Oh, he can. Oh, wait. If anybody's going to give a speech, it's Sam. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this church service was this is about the time in American history where African American religions really started to sort themselves. Oh, I love this picture. He's giving a sermon, and the people are seated the wrong way, but that's okay. So what I mean to say is religion has always existed in the African American cultures throughout history, but only some African Americans as slaves had access to religion. Oftentimes it was a religious structure that they created themselves or they practiced within the slave quarters. Some plantation owners allowed their slaves to participate in more structured religious services. Sometimes it took them off the plantation. Sometimes it took them into white spaces. But always there was that separation. They were always guests. So they weren't really a part of the congregation. They were just bequeathed the ability to listen to the sermon. And a lot of the sermon, even though it is grounded in the Bible, a lot of it, when it was directed toward people of color, toward slaves, it was to codify the lifestyle they were practicing as slaves. So it wasn't really very much about their religious growth or their collection of knowledge. It was more about their obedience to their masters. So after the Civil War, a lot of African Americans tried to continue relationships with those white churches, but of course we know that in the South especially, the white churches were not as welcoming to African Americans newly freed as they would have been when they were slaves. So there was a bit of a schism there, and northern philanthropists often sent money for churches to be built. And so you would see a church like this one. Northern African Americans, actually Northerners from all races, came down to the South to share religion with, specifically with African Americans. And two of those organizations that came out of that period, and this was in the late 1870s into the 1880s into the 1890s, the African Methodist Church is one organization that came out of the schism in the North between white worshipers and African American worshipers. And there are some churches in the AME faith that are dotted along, especially the Eastern Seaboard in the South, that have been there since the 1890s, since the 1880s and 70s. And the Baptist Church at this time really became separate of the white Baptist churches. And so also, especially on the Eastern Seaboard, you see a lot of Baptist churches that can trace their lineage back to this time period. So religion is not new here. Okay, I think looks like she got the Holy Ghost there. Religion is not new here, but that affiliation with a larger body that is specifically African American, the building of churches and things like that, those things are fairly new by the 1890s. So I'm really happy that they're sitting in chairs. So these are the deacons' chairs, the guest speakers' chairs here. At this time, I think for this church, it doesn't have a choir. It doesn't have a lot of music. It's got an old fiddle there. Somebody can play, and somebody did play. Usually the choir was the body of the church. It wasn't a particular choir that we have come to recognize. So you don't see really choir seats. But I'm so delighted that they're sitting here in the background on the altar. I think that's fantastic and good. So I did want to, this service is taking all day. I did want to get something to eat, and I thought I put a grill here, but I don't see one, so I guess I did not do that. I'm definitely going to do that for the next church service. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it now, because part of going to church is fellowship, and part of fellowship is eating. So I've got the steel drum here. I'm not sure how historically accurate that is for the 1890s. Somebody will have to tell me, but I think it's a good enough representation, and it does give them the ability to have a little fellowship outside. The weather's nice. It's spring. Sam's going to grill. Both families can eat. The congregants can work their way outside. The kiddos can swing and have a good time, and they're cleaning up the church and doing all sorts of things. Good. She's teaching her how to talk. And yeah, I think this is all good fun. I did plant some things back here, and I'm going to get Mary on putting them in the ground. I wanted them to, oh good, actually I want everybody to eat. So here we go. Let's get everybody eating. And Ruby May is a little flirty. I guess that's a good time to give her husband a kiss and then grab a meal. Good. I thought they would all come together. That has not happened. That has not happened. Oh, glad he fell asleep. Sam sitting in the church eating a hamburger. Oh, a baked potato, sorry. But yeah, now they're coming. Good. So it's a good time to talk to your neighbors. You know, a lot of people really only saw one or two families from day to day because it was rural and they just didn't live that close together. But when you got together at church, not only did you get to talk to folks, but you also got to visit. Not only did you get to worship, not only did you get to worship at church, but you also got to see those neighbors who were maybe a few miles away that you didn't see from day to day. So it's fellowship and it's also friendship. So I think everybody who's going to eat has gotten a serving. Yes, they did. This is great. This is great. Okay, I'm going to let the Johnson family finish up and then head home. Who's done? I think Sam is done. Gladys is asleep in the church. She definitely is done. Poor girl. And Mary's done. And that just leaves Ruby May, who's got one last bite. There we go. Okay. So goodbye to the McLaurin family. Now that they are friends, or now that they're acquaintances, not friends, they will be able to exist in each other's spaces, and that will be exciting. Boy, I see lots of mushrooms over there. There's lots of harvesting to be done. Now, I had been complaining about the trash in episode 6, and Mary Wolf, a viewer, pointed out that this barrel, which I thought was an outdoor trash can, is actually an indoor trash can. And the fact that trash is piling up and around it is the reason why I can't seem to keep my sim house clean. So I'm going to go ahead and switch that out. The reason I chose this was because it looked to me like something you'd have lying around that you could make into a trash can. So I do want something that sort of looks like that. Good. So I put out this receptacle here, and I'm hoping that will take care of my trash problems. And I probably should have saved the barrel trash can to put here. I think I'll get that trash can back and put it here. There we go. So I've salvaged the barrel trash can, but it is not our primary trash can, so we should be okay. Now, I know that they are tired, but I'm going to get them to harvest just the same. So avocados, we're going to harvest those avocados, and boy, we'll have a lot of avocados. I think we'll plant more avocados soon. Oh, Ruby May is asleep. Who's awake? Mary. Bring Mary here. Baby seems to be asleep, and Ruby may or may not be pregnant. I'm not sure. Oh, Gladys awake and doing really well. So let's get her on watering, and let's get Mary on selling some sage. Good. And I forgot to pay the landlord. I will take care of that in a minute. And I'm just going to try to pay the landlord every time I log in for a new episode, a set amount. And I'll make that $200, 200 simoleons. No, I don't want to fertilize that with something really expensive, because that just seems pointless to It seems pointless to fertilize a fledgling plant that much. Oh, I think we can evolve something here. Not that. Okay, I think I saw the little clean sparkles, not the evolution sparkles. Oh, look at that. Look at all the strawberries. Great. We have a bug problem here. Let's sell all the strawberries, and I can't figure out which bush needs the special tending. It's one of these two, but I can't see which one it is. Ah, there it is. Okay. Spray for bugs. And Sam, oh, you know, we still haven't had cherries and pears. I guess here's where we could fertilize. Oh, he doesn't have fish. Drat. But he can harvest these mushrooms. No, he can't. Oh, crap. He can water. I don't know what kind of plant this is. Spinach? Oh, it's strawberry. Okay. Strawberry has been really good to us. Avocado has just been amazing. I think there's fire leaf over here, maybe. And the baby's awake, but not really in need of attention, which is great. And I'm going to harvest the fire leaf because we can eat that. Oh, let me go ahead and deduct some money from here. Okay, good. So I'm going to try to remember to deduct 200 every time I start an episode, and that will be the rental fee for the tenant farm. I think that'll be the easiest way to manage it. And I wanted Sam to water, so let's see if there's any more needs. I thought there was some harvesting needs, but I guess not. These things look like they should be harvested, but they don't, so whichever. Okay, baby is still doing okay. I think we can maybe try for a baby really quickly. It's unfortunate that Mary's going to witness that, but hey, it happens. Let's just send Mary outside. She doesn't have to witness this woohoo. Oh, she can talk to plants. That's exciting. Yeah, let's get her to do that. I think soy can be harvested. No, not yet. Okay. Need to talk to this one because it's just a mud pile right now. And once they woohoo, I'm going to get Sam on these bees. Oh, the baby needs some assistance. Ah, oh, baby, your timing is not great. All right, we have Gladdy. No, let's get Mary on. No, let's get Gladdy on taking care of the baby. Good. Here you go, little Thomas. Your grandmother is on the job. Good. Okay. Baby is doing great and good. They are woohooing, which hopefully this will stick. Oh, I see laundry. Remember, we use laundry for an income stream. So, what am I doing now? Okay, Sam is up, and it looks like he's got to go to the bush, but... Oh, I thought Gladdy was headed for the bush, but she's not. So Sam can go to the bush. And Ruby May, she's got to do something too. Let's check out. Oh, everybody's got basic needs. Wow, I think that cracked wall is getting crackier. Oh, there's okay. She likes to fish, but she can't exactly do that right now because she's in distress. So, oh no, bad fish. Wow, can you fertilize with bad fish? Because that would be fantastic. No, too bad. Okay, we'll sell the foul fish. We're definitely not going to eat that. This is also foul. Oh, all the fish is bad. I'm going to try to fertilize with the bad fish. What's the tetra? Oh, now it's good fish. I'm confused. Oh, the tuna. Oh, that is a $50 fish right there. Good fish and foul fish. Oh boy. Somebody's fussing. Okay, a lot of people had to use the fertilizer bush, so I'm trying to create a line. Now, Mary is of course lazy, so let's get her working on knitting. She's a knitter. I forgot how to initiate that. Oh, I keep forgetting to put the hat on the baby. I don't know how to put the hat on the baby. I'll give it to Ruby May, and hopefully that means that she can put it on the baby. And I do want to gift these socks to Sam, and then she can knit something else. Oh, she can knit clothing. Oh, still socks. What else can she knit? Objects. Oh, she can knit a plant holder. Well, that sounds nice. That's a nice thing to have. Who else has to go to the bathroom here? Sam's really tired. All right, let's get him to go to sleep. And let's get Ruby May. Oh, she's not doing too poorly. And she doesn't have to use the restroom anymore. She is getting tired, so I'm just going to go ahead and have her go to sleep because she's going to need to get up and take care of the baby soon. So some people were successful for Skills Day, and some people were not. And that is just how it is. Good. All right. This is a good place to end this episode. I think this might be a bit of a longer one, but I do want to thank you for watching, and I do want to encourage you to subscribe, and I especially want to thank everybody who sent comments. I will try to answer them as much as I possibly can, but it might take me a few days to answer them. But I do want to thank you for your comments, especially your words of encouragement. It's nice to know that you are enjoying my point of view, and what is important enough for me to share is important enough for you to hear and watch. So I do appreciate that. I thank you so much for your patronage, and I hope you'll come back for the next episode. God bless. Bye-bye.